Hey, what's up? And welcome to the fourth best Rocket League podcast on the entire internet. Feast your eyes and your ears. This is Talkin Carball. I am Austin. I'm joined by my friend Colin, and this is the 23rd episode of us rambling on about Rocket League Esports.
Yeah, I accidentally Googled our podcast instead of going to our document that has everything, and I found a blog that listed us as the fourth best Rocket League podcast. I don't think they've ever actually listened to it. I think it's purely based on frequency of uploading and view counts. But fourth,
Yeah,
let's
I
go.
was I was extremely curious what on earth sort of metrics they're using. It's probably consistency has a huge thing to do with it, because if there's one thing we actually are, it is consistent.
At least in terms of getting one out on the, the release date has slowly gone further and further back. It used to come out on Mondays, and now I think it comes out on Wednesdays. But we're gonna, before Major, we might have to actually get it out before Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Starts.
No, we will. You guys got to listen to the podcast as early as possible on Wednesday if you want to hear our preview. Imagine how worthless the preview would be if the Major had started.
Very useless.
The most pointless piece of content on the internet. But
like this already isn't.
Yeah, it is. But we also would like to announce the longly awaited Talkin Carball Invitational 2. Oh, excuse me. Will be happening next Friday at, I guess, 8:30 p.m. We haven't discussed that, but
the Friday the 18th, we decided on this about 10 minutes ago, so we have no details, but stay tuned. Details to come.
Details to come. We'll post it on all the socials, the stuff, the Discords, the Twitters, all the things. The information will be forthcoming, but we were just thinking about stuff, and it's just something we really want to do again, and so that's why it hasn't been planned, because it was completely spur of the moment. So I hope y'all are as hyped as we are to run it back and hopefully have fewer technical difficulties and more good vibes.
Yes. On to the
oh. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Rold is retiring. Returning back to the retirement couch.
What?
Ghost is looking to replace him with Hoxer.
Cool. I think it goes to show just how useless deleted tweets in Reddit are for trying to understand team dynamics. I give up, man. I'm not listening to anything this offseason. But what do you think about the roster of Shock, Hoxer, and Lion Blaze?
I think it should be an improvement. Obviously, Rold is, he had the post-retirement buff last season and a little bit last split, but I think it came time that he, realized he was 25 and the oldest player in the scene by like 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, also too, like, he has no reason, like, not to retire. Like, he's got like a good stream, like with steady numbers. He's got like first touch and all sorts of things going on. Like he does way more than like 99% of the other Rocket League pros who literally just play the game. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I don't know, like, I don't think this puts like Ghost into land contention really or anything like that. I think they're probably still gonna be somewhere between like 8 and 16 with this roster, but it'll be interesting.
They should hopefully make all the regionals though, which they did not do this past split. They were actually horrible this last split. I think they won one series.
Yeah, they were NA's Vitality.
Yeah.
But the kind of cool thing to think about this, which actually gets me much more excited, is thinking about what Xset might be doing.
True, true. So that roster is Percy and
J-Pow.
J Powell, right? Yeah. Should
Pretty
be
much whoever you
interesting to
add onto
see.
that team pounds.
Yeah. Let's see. Ahmed. I don't know how to say it. Officially or tweeted that he got his exams postponed, so the full Sandrock Gaming roster will be going to LA, which I think everyone is happy to see, except maybe Dignitas, Pioneers, and Space Station. But
Yeah,
you know,
certainly all the fans in the community. The rest of the
yeah,
teams should be pretty terrified.
yeah. Um, Solar, you released their roster of Keyside Parka and Force. I'm going with Force.
Foriche.
Fariche. I don't know. Yeah, that happened. They haven't done anything, so who cares?
Yeah, I think the
Um,
other time we talked about this one was when this team was announced. If we even did that.
Good decal
Great decal.
though. And then in today's announcement of the new competitive Rocket League season, there was an image that might have been a little teaser that the spring major could be in London. So we could go from LA Angeles to Landon.
Yeah. Which, like, historically, that was the Justin. I guess probably better to call it that this is Rocket League land.
Yeah,
But to those newer in the scenes, that was one of the most hype lands in Rocket, well, the most hype land in Rocket League history. Like all the fans like made chants for the players and stuff like that. And literally, if you go back and watch the VODs, like you can hear just how hyped the crowd was. And I think it'd be really, really exciting. Like, not that I don't love having the events. Well, not that I don't love having this event in LA, but having it like Sweden was technically EU, but not really like a hub of esports EU. But London 100% would be.
yeah, especially with, I mean, the amount of British players that are going to this LA land. If they can keep
Oh
that
my
up
god.
and go and take home like, have like what, like 9 English players or something going to London, it'd be
Dude,
insane.
that would be so, so sick, and we have so much, like, great British talent now. Oh, man, I hope that that's true, fingers crossed, but we got LAN and LAN to look forward to before that.
Yes. So we're gonna do a quick. We're gonna save our major prediction for I think the week before or the week of the major.
Mhm.
But they did announce the groups, so we wanted to give a quick overview of what we got here. So Group A is Queso, Phase, V1, and Detonator. B is Energy, Endpoint, Renegades, and Furia. C is G2, BDS, Secret, and EG. And D is Dignitas, Sandrock, Pioneers, and Space Station. What are your first thoughts?
First thoughts, well, we have the Colin group
Yes.
in Group A. Uh, oh, man, I'm looking around. I mean, obviously, Group A, like, although, like, is a really brutal group with how good those top 3 teams are. It probably is one of the best groups to be put in just because Detonator are probably a tier below almost every other team in this competition, and all that really matters is not getting last. So that obviously jumps out to me, and then I think every other group is super, super balanced. I'm really, really excited to see Group D and see the battle between all 4 of those teams. I think every series there is gonna be a banger if Pioneers can step up to the hype that they've sort of built with the consistency they've had in OCE.
I agree. I think Group A is like, one of the hardest groups to win,
Mhm.
but it's the easiest group to not get eliminated.
Yeah.
Group B, I think it's going to be really fun to see that Renegades Furia fight for what I assume will be the third seed, with one of them going out,
Mhm.
assuming Energy and Endpoint take care of business. And then I think G2 BDS would be a really fun series.
Yeah, For sure. Oh, that's gonna be a banger if G2 play up to their ability, which they did not the last time we saw them at LAN. Do you think there's a chance that Endpoint gets dragged down into that 3rd, 4th battle?
It's possible, but I mean, they could lose to like Renegades. I could see it, or Syria even. So it's definitely possible. Um, they shouldn't, but it definitely could happen. It was like last land had some pretty crazy upsets early.
Yeah, they quite literally lost to Renegades, 1-3.
Oh yeah, CJ was saying he was like, "Oh yeah, this group is hard," and then he remembered that he beat Energy and Endpoint at the last land. So Renegades is gonna be looking to repeat that and win the group.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I think the 3rd, 4th battle in Group C is also gonna be really tight between Team Secret and EG. I think that's gonna be I think Team Secret are gonna come at EG with a lot of aggression, and it's gonna be the question of whether or not EG can hold the line. If they can,
Yeah,
I think they can squeeze that out, but that's gonna be a scary matchup for them.
absolutely. They're gonna be just like stuck to the backboard and just trying to get counterattacks. But that's
Mm.
kind of how they play anyway. So
What do you think of Space Station as a 4 seed?
it's interesting. Obviously, I would probably rate them above Pioneers,
Mhm.
but I think they could definitely get fourth, but I wouldn't predict it. But I could see like a tiebreaker situation where they beat like Dignitas but lose to Pioneers or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're probably the strongest 4 seed. I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
I think that's fair.
And so I'd say and Pioneers are probably the weakest 3 seed between them and Secret.
Yeah, it's close between those two. We didn't see either of them at the last LAN, so I haven't seen either of them a ton, so I don't know enough to make a full judgment. But
I mean, it has been quite literally forever, but both Reddles and Arsenal are 100% LAN players. Like Reddles,
yeah,
with the Peeps LAN, the last time we had no, not the last time. Is that the last time? The last when Space Station played in season 8, that was the last LAN. That's crazy. Not LAN. Last World Championship. My God. uh, Arsenal absolutely went insane, and PK had like a decent run. So it's going to be very interesting to see. So much has changed since that happened, but that was two things that those two players were known for. And there nowadays there aren't too many players who are known as LAN players, just because half the competition hasn't even been to one.
yeah. Do you know the numbers? There, it was a large amount, especially from Europe, of people who are going to their first LAN.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know it was tweeted by some sort of statistic account. It's out
Probably
it's out there on the
Wikipedia.
interweb somewhere. I need to every time I see that I need to take note and document it. But I
um,
mean, I think that's gonna play a much bigger role this time because there's gonna be 5,000 fans. And
yes,
last time it was quite literally just players.
but there's only fans on the last 2 days. So group stage, there are no
Mm,
fans.
mm, mm.
So for group stage, it's the same sort of situation as it was in Sweden, where a team with limited land experience can still, go off and not have to deal with the crowd.
Yeah, that change in I really hope we don't see a team just peter out once the fans come. That would be really sad to see. I
It
think they'll
would
have
be.
time to sort of get like warmed up on the stage and everything, but that's gonna be massive for teams like Queso, even V1.
Yeah,
Two
two land
rookies. Just
rookies.
I mean, you just look around and it's just filled with rookies and crowd rookies. So
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Um. Yeah. Should be. I was trying to find the numbers before.
Yeah. After I left that
18.
hanging, I figured you were
It's 18.
18
18
total or
players.
Europe?
18 total players.
Okay.
Europe is just six because three of the teams. It's two whole new teams, and then three of the teams
It's
that were the last
16 times 3,
48.
48, 18 of 48. And this is the second LAN of the season. That's still insane
Yeah,
that we had that much turnover in between.
it's because of the whole roster of Queso, EG, Pioneers, and Detonator,
Mhm.
plus two from V1, two from Secret, Khaled, and then Daniel.
Jeez, it's bonkers. Just the sheer amount of turnover we have even between the fall and now, just how different this competition looks is so hype.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But it's time to turn our attention to the teams who didn't make the major. And a return of an old favorite. Trust or trash?
Yeah, so we're gonna be going through the rosters of the 6 through I guess probably like top 15-ish teams, and just
Depending on the relevant
depending
teams.
on we get to throw on our GM hats with none of the consequences and speculate wildly about what teams should do with no real insight into the team dynamics. One of our
Yes,
favorite things to do.
yes. All right, let's get started in North America with number 6, Oxygen Esports. I'm
I
gonna go with the trust.
trust. I
Moving
mean,
on.
yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I think this team did about as well as they possibly could do, but even then, there still was a world where they made land, and I don't know what improvements they could make. So I trust.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they got top 6 3 times.
Yeah.
Can't ask for a whole lot more.
Hmm.
Um, Complexity.
I say trust.
I agree. They had a much better performance in the third regional. I think they'll come into split 3 with some vengeance.
I mean, also, like, what would this team do?
Yeah, I don't know. Although it would be kind of fun if, like, I don't know, a year down the line, all of the complexity players were like split up around, and we could have the language barrier discussion in North America too.
That would genuinely be really cool. Who knows? They'll be fully dispersed, and then Furia comes.
They could pick up
Brazilian
Omar.
Revolution.
Does Omar speak Spanish?
We're
I'm not
gonna
sure.
move on from
I
that.
think I said that because I think he does,
Mhm.
and I don't know anyone else that does.
Mhm.
Um, Rogue.
I personally say trust, but I understand the want of many to trash.
If they were to trash, who would it be? Would it be the Rock to keep up with the Rogue standard of every roster change opportunity getting rid of their longest tenured player?
If I'm going to be brutally honest, which this would hurt so bad.
No, you don't. Everyone knows what you're gonna say. You don't need to say it.
But okay, I'm not gonna say it explicitly, but if I were to think about what is sort of like the most like in terms of team makeup, the thing that's working best right now, it seems to be is like two extremely mechanical players and one very solid player, like as a third man. And you have Aqua. Neither Gyro or Taroko is necessarily going to be that X factor, so they're going to be slotting into that more consistent player role. And I think that Taroko has a much better path towards like doing that. I think he could be a really good third man. He is ice in his shooting and is in general very consistent. So, oh
Pain.
god.
I could hear the pain in his voice.
I
We're
don't
gonna
I
we're
can't
gonna move on from
I
there.
don't even want to say it. But the team of Aqua, one extremely other mechanical player in Taroko would be insane. That's what I'll say. Whether or not that's Gyro as the incredibly mechanical player.
um, Shopify. I I don't know what to do with this team. I don't know what the thing is. It's so hard to do this because it's hard to know what is available.
Mhm.
Um,
I think that they have no reason not to give this another shot.
I agree.
Like, they're not missing out on anything. They don't need to make something happen in this split. Like, Parth showed a lot of promise, and I would just sort of, like, wait and see.
Yeah. I agree with that. Unless some golden opportunity comes up. Team Envy.
Roll Diz.
This is retired.
Team Envy.
Trash.
Trash?
Trash.
What do you wanna do here?
They need keep mist. That's
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
keep mist 100% and get someone who's cracked. Either in place of Turbo or Dries. I'm not particular,
Okay.
but they need some mechanics and some offensive firepower on this team.
Yeah. I can get behind that, and I think you're right. I think that it could be either or, and they would be fine.
I think obviously Turbo has, the history, but I feel like one of those players is trending, maybe not trending up, but is at the beginning of their career and
Mhm.
should only go up, and the other is probably nearing the end of the career.
The thing is, it's like, it's really hard because, like, in my heart, I believe that people like Turbo and KDOP are still good enough to compete at the top. But if they leave their current teams, where are they gonna go?
I don't know.
Because like it doesn't feel like it would be tier one, and I don't think they would settle for anything other than that.
Be kind of cool though to see like Turbo like go onto like a crew or something where he's just with two like absolutely cracked children and he's holding it down.
Oh my god, Turbo on a crew.
I don't know.
That would be hilarious.
Just him with some like 15-year-olds just like flying around.
Oh my god. But yeah, trash envy.
Yeah. Um, Sonics.
I think at this point you gotta trash it, right?
Yeah, roster of what is there? T Curl, Andy, and ZPS. Been the same roster for all of. They did not make a change in the first one.
Mhm.
Between the first two splits.
Yeah,
I
I was
think,
really excited when this
yeah,
team came out because it was about like three like really talented bubble players who like all I think given the right circumstances could break through. But as a unit, they just never have.
they've
Like,
been consistently like ninth, 12th though. I think
yeah. Which I
they had
think,
one 03 and then one and then two ninth, 12th.
yeah. Which is why I think like you need to sort of trash it at this point because there hasn't really been any market improvement because I feel like that's pretty much kind of where they were in the
Yeah,
fall. So I like I don't really know. I don't think swapping one piece for another player of like equivalent value will really like I don't think if you drop any of these players and pick up another bubble player, like that player was the problem. But I think just maybe the addition of a new like player might be what sort of just like lights a fire and could give them a
yeah.
better spring. Because I don't
I
see
really
this
like
team doing any better than they are.
I really like T Carell though, so I'd like to see him stay on the team. I think Andy's very solid. So I guess in my uninformed GM mind, I'm kicking ZPS, but I don't feel confident in picking one of those players out for another. Really,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unless they have I don't want to get rid of any of them. I liked this team too much, but it just hasn't taken it to a new level as it could have.
Yes. Let's see. Where are we? Xset has already trashed their roster, theoretically.
Yeah.
Hoxer appears to be on the move to Ghost,
Hmm.
who we're also trashing. Um, that leaves us with like Torrent and Charlotte as our last two teams to go over here.
Torrent, I would keep out of all the teams down here. I feel like they are the best, but just sort of like we're struggling with sort of like the mental side of things. And obviously, Magic Bear had to take a break. But I think that in terms of like talent, and I think that they've shown that they can be like on the edge of top eight.
Yeah, and their best event of this entire season was the most recent one, which I think could contribute to them not making a change.
Hmm.
And then we have Charlotte roster of Beastbonium, Delta, and Alraz. This just kind of seems to be where Charlotte lives. I don't know
Yeah.
if any change is going to move them up or down.
Yeah. I sort of like a similar thing to Sonics, but just at a slightly lower level. Where I feel
Yeah.
like the caliber of player they're gonna get is gonna be at a similar level to all three of these players, and I don't think it's gonna shake things too much, but maybe just the new factor will make things better.
So, to wrap that up, what we're anticipating is a very boring transfer window in North America.
Yeah, but as always, it only takes one move to blow things up.
Yeah. If any
Um,
of the top, if any of the like major teams make a move, I'd be surprised, but I also would have said that last time, and they all did. Also, you know who you never know could come back the split that someone
mhm.
could pick up is Aleutian.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know if he's fully retired or just wasn't on a team this split, but he could be on a team. He could be available for someone to pick up.
I love Alu, but, like, is that really the blockbuster move that's gonna
I
save this
don't. It's
offseason?
not exactly a blockbuster move, but
Mhm. We did
I
forget
don't
one
know
team.
what team is that.
Wanda Mike's new team. Whoever it is, do you wanna trust
Wanda
or
Mike
trash?
lives in the roster mania.
Whoever the other 2 players might be, trust or trash?
Uh, Trash because they'll only play one split together. Oh, also, Power, Trust or Trash.
Trust?
Imagine Wanda Mike on Power.
That team would be the worst team in Twitch chat of all time.
I'm
If
also
that
pretty sure Forky and Mike have teamed together before for something.
definitely, definitely.
All right.
Forky, Wanda Mike, and Tristan.
Oh my god.
Give me my GM hat. I've cracked the code.
They would give up like 12 goals a game.
Oh my god.
Let's go to Europe. So, assuming we're keeping Queso Dig, BDS Endpoint, and Evil Geniuses, we will move to number 6, Luminosity. I'm going with a hard trust.
Hard trust. They showed big ups and honestly had great results too. It wasn't even like there's like a high ceiling that they just missed. Like they played well.
Hopefully, they don't draw BDS every time next split.
Yeah. And
Carmine.
then dig in the lowers.
Carmine Corp.
Mm. I think I've made my opinion apparent on this numerous times on this podcast.
Get rid of
I
them.
want to throw this roster in the trash can, light it on fire.
All right. So, do you want to split the whole thing into three parts, or get rid of one and replace them?
If I were to get rid of one, it feels harsh, but I would get rid of steak. Um, and I would get a second extremely mechanical player to pair with Astral and move Itachi into the third man role, and that is the only combination of these 3 players I believe in. So other than that, break it into 3. If they could figure out something there, then keep that.
What about super aggressive uh, Itachi and Azrael with Fairy Peak third man?
Uh,
I'm not as advocating for it. I'm just throwing out ideas because they speak French, and he's a
yeah.
French player that is rumored to be available.
The thing is I hate that that's probably gonna happen, and I don't really like that team, and I just really think that if Itachi really embraced the third man role, he could be one of the best in Europe, and he just sort of seems a little bit lost without that. And so, even though like Fairy is incredible, I just don't think that I think that they kind of end up in a similar place to where they are now.
Fair, that's fair. If they could yoink Alpha, that would be insane. I don't think that'll happen.
No, unless Saiku, and then
Yeah,
Alpha, but I guess Saiku would not be replacing Alpha.
no, no, he would
Yeah,
not.
no, that's not gonna happen. Oh
Um,
man, Fairy's going to Carmine. Oh.
uh, 0-0 Nation. I think you've said on the past you would love it if they could replace Flame with Archie.
Yeah.
I don't know how easy it would be to get Archie.
Yep.
I think Semper is probably going to hold on to him for dear life.
Mhm.
Um,
If that
Other than
isn't an
that,
option, then trust.
yeah, they've done better than expected. I think unless they can get someone who is a very, very clear upgrade, I don't think there's any reason to make a change.
Yeah. And that's pretty much Archie.
Yeah. Or if somehow Misfits made it, well, let's just go to Misfits. Misfits trust or trash. They're good. They have no clutch. What's the solution?
You gotta trash it, man.
I feel like you have to keep cash, right?
Yep.
So Methane or Arju?
Not again.
This
I
is a hard podcast for Austin.
this is
He's going through some stuff.
yeah, I gotta get rid of Arju, man.
It's so sad. His tweets are already so sad. I don't
I
want
just
to see a looking for Team Arju tweet.
I think it's I think he would do a lot better in a place where there was less pressure on them. I think that's where he could re-find himself, and maybe the tweets would get a little bit happier if the expectations were lower. But I truly cannot believe that they did it again. In
It's
this format, I cannot believe they did it again. Like what they did here was as bad as going 0-3 in the Swiss.
it was so sad.
Yeah,
Um,
blow it up.
I wanted to look. Was the IWO roster Cuxer, Arju, and Dead Monster?
Yes, it was. Bring that team back,
Because I could see that team coming back. Because Cuxer's looking for a team. I don't know. And so is Dead Monster.
please. I would love that team with all my heart.
The Italian squad. Like the only three notable Italians.
The Pasta Pals.
Oh
You're welcome for the
boy.
free branding, Cooks here. I know you're listening.
Yeah, Cuxer's one of our 10 listeners.
Top 4 podcast.
Yeah, top four. That's Major Bound right there. Top four.
Yeah, true. We're going to LA, baby.
Williams.
Trust times a billion.
I trust, but also I'm scared that one of them is going to get poached by Vitality.
Don't do that to me. Why?
I'm just saying.
Oh, if they take Sizen, I'm gonna cry. No, it's gonna happen. And then Fairy's gonna go to Carmine.
Oh my god.
I'm in so much pain.
Let's move on. Guilds, I'm gonna trust.
Trust their best team in Europe.
Semper trash.
Trash them.
Trash. We didn't like the Shawset move. I still don't like it. Get someone else.
Mm. So like I've talked a lot about Semper. I mean Archie going to 0-0. What do you think about 0-0 importing in either Breezy or Hibbs?
Break up the Breezy Hibs combo. I don't like it.
Ribs.
I don't want. I miss Hibsy. After all, I miss Hibsy. Oh,
That team would be good though, and you
I
know it.
don't even know it. They're so interconnected in my brain. I don't know which one would be better for that
Yeah,
team.
I don't really either. It's also like Archie is just such a unique player where he literally is every person on the field all at once. So it's
Yeah,
kind of hard to like think about like roles and like how people fit into a team with him.
give him some help though. He's a he's a top player in the region. He should not be on a 12th team in the region.
He's not even going to be in our player rankings.
No, he's not.
Sorry, we do enough Archie simping.
I don't think we do enough.
We didn't do enough this split.
No,
Not on
I'm
us
sad
though.
about it. I want to do more Archie simping.
You know who I really want to simp for?
Who?
Team Vitality. Trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah, trash vitality.
Trash
They they
Vitality.
they stink. They're not
Get
good.
get Seku.
Don't but endpoint.
I actually really don't want that to happen at all. That is
For
the only
vitality,
thing.
get Seiko. For everyone's else, don't get
No.
Seiko.
Okay.
Keep endpoint how they are.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna switch to Sizen. I was
They're,
gonna say,
they're,
no,
they're,
no,
they're
no.
the most wholesome team.
Get you can have Zen.
Zen's banned.
You can have him. Sorry,
What other
Vitality won't
Finnish
be
players
relevant
are
for
out
another
there?
6 months anyway.
Um, they're getting a Williams player. I'm telling you.
No. 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 They can have Fairy
Astral.
Peak.
They
They can
pull
have
Astral
Astral.
from
That's
Carmine.
that's fine.
Then wait, hold on. Was Alpha and Astral a team already? Or I'm tripping. Never
I
mind.
think you're definitely tripping. That would
I'm
be
tripping.
insane. Goat team.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Uh, Ignore that. But yeah, that would be a fun team. Astral
He
speaks
would.
French.
He does.
Where was
I
I?
like that.
I've lost everything. No,
Where
no.
are you asking where we are?
Where are we? Texas means already blew up, and then we
Trust.
have Navi as our last team here.
I trust Navi.
Yeah, they consistently make the major. Pour one out for Navi in general, though. Not to get political, but they are a Ukrainian organization.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't affect them too much.
Yeah. I am willing to get political to say stand with Ukraine.
Yes, yes. Putin's gonna come shut down our top four podcast.
Putin's probably like gold in Rocket League, so he can his
He's the
opinion doesn't
worst
matter
rank
to
in the
him.
game. Plat.
Putin would mauled.
Um, yeah, that is trust or trash. Very informed opinions. Uh, we had more excitement in Europe there.
Oh,
Uh,
for sure.
I support the decision of making the pasta pals. Sign Pasta Pals.
Sign Pasta Pals. Trickster's gonna go from one fan favorite unsigned team to another.
But yeah, now we're going to do a top 20 players ranking, something we have not done before. However, we are going to be limiting ourselves to players who are at the major, which is 48 players to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. So the top 20 of the players at the major. Why don't you lead us off with number one?
Number one, I'm gonna have to go with Burn from Detonator.
You don't want Olpix, who I'm pretty sure is the Japanese version of Virtuoso.
The namesake of the team. But for real, number one player in the world at the major, best person in Rocket League, Monkey Moon. He has proven
Where are
that.
the zeros? I'm just gonna type
What do
it
you
how I
mean?
want
Where are
with
the
no
zeros?
zeros.
They're the
They're
O's.
all zeros. For some reason, I thought the first one wasn't.
Mookie Bon.
Which leaves me with number two. Why did I give you number one?
Number two is easy as well.
I guess I'll go first killer.
Ooh.
Unless I kind of want to go Justin though.
I would go Justin, but this is your
I'm
pick.
going Justin. I'm going Justin.
What even is the argument for first killer
I
over
don't know.
Justin?
Everyone always says that, but I like Justin more.
I mean, Justin is the best player on the best team in North America.
Yeah, and he consistently leads them in all three like stats.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually win events, unlike FaZe.
All right. Number three. I feel like there are two people I want to consider for this. I mean, there's a lot more that could be. This is so hard, man.
This is so
Okay.
hard.
What are we going off of here? What are our considerations?
Skill,
Hmm.
success,
Uh-huh.
uh, it factor.
It factor.
Yeah.
And we should probably limit it to pretty much just the winter.
Um, Focused on winter, but you can consider history as like a tiebreaker.
Okay. Oh gosh. All right, number three. I'm actually gonna go Joria's just because that last very, very important and non-subjective benchmark of the it factor, and whatever the heck he did the last time we had LAN, if he can even reach like an ounce of that with some consistency, then that is going to be the most terrifying performance we've ever seen.
Yeah, that he's insane. This is so hard.
So hard.
All right, I'm gonna go first at 4. Then I
Yeah.
think he's so fast.
Yeah. It was a coin flip for me, and like I said, it was just purely the it factor. Plus Joyas has a cooler chain.
All the EU players have chains.
Yeah. Can't be a gamer without a chain. Oh, I hate this.
So why did we do this?
This is why I've been putting it off for so long, because I actually hate this.
This is so hard. All right, I've narrowed down a few of.
Give me a couple. My brain's overheating.
I'm looking at Seiko,
Yep.
Extra,
Mhm. Like
maybe
Garrett?
someone on G2. Beast
Yeah.
mode even? I don't know. I don't would put beast mode
Daniel?
5, but I don't think Daniel's there
Vatira?
yet. But Tira's in there ish.
It's too early to start considering the rookies. It just
I
is.
would I don't think it's too early for Seiko.
Yeah. I mean, he's not even
He's
really a rookie.
he's a rookie, but he had one already insane split. So he's established for a split.
I feel like for the top 5, it has to be, like, all the just insane players, and then I'll
I'd
start
go
thinking about more overall value.
I'd go between Seiko and like extra, I think.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying for top 5, I think it's gonna be all the leading men. Uh, Great phrase that is. I'm gonna go Seiko, number 5.
Alright. Alright. How many O's? Two O's.
There's zeros.
Oh god. There's zeros.
No, they're not. That'd be dope if they were though, and the E was a 3 and the I was a 1. Now that's a gamer name.
Like gamer name for someone who's like 9.
I mean, he is.
He's 16. Um, I'm gonna go extra at 6, I think. BDS too good.
BDS too good.
It's just so hard.
I'm gonna do something a little wacky here.
Alright.
I'm gonna give number 7 to Squishy.
Ooh.
I feel like he had such a good winter.
He did have a really
Um,
good winter.
and he like I feel like was last LAN. Whenever Energy needed something, they were actually more so turning to him than Justin, in my opinion. Mainly his passing, and the dude shows no emotions, so like crowd's not going to be a factor. Like, uh, so I just want to give. We've gone hardcore like cracked out children. I just want to give him a
Yeah.
shout.
One of the most experienced and decorated land players, so
Yeah.
he should be able to show that at this one.
Hmm.
Um, do I go full Homer mode?
Send it.
I'll go in Vatira.
Yes. Number 10 beast mode.
uh,
Oh,
don't take my pick ahead of what I was already gonna do.
number 9 spoilers. Number 9, I am gonna go Jack. He was
App, app Jack.
absolutely sick this entire split. Um, I think he really sort of like after I'm really interested to see what he does at LAN because particularly that last series against Semper, he completely lost like everything. So we'll see if he sort of like overheats feels harsh, but that's kind of what it felt like. I mean, there is so much pressure on him because he is such like a leader for this team. But I have faith that he's sort of found himself again and is gonna produce.
All right, I'm going to ask for some assistance here with number 10.
Number 10.
I'm between
Mm-hmm.
Beast Mode,
Mm-hmm.
Atomic,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like one of the Sandrock guys.
My gut is that it's too early for Atomic. I mean, not Atomic for Beast Mode. uh,
He did kind of, completely turn around version 1. But yeah,
but I think
I
like
just say I obviously I'm biased, but I know other NA pros have said he's like a top 5 NA player or a top, I guess, 10 NA player.
yeah,
So I guess
I just
top 10
think
overall is maybe a little early.
I think G2 has had more success, and so that kind of like in my mind leans a little more towards Atomic. Um, if you don't put Ahmad now, I'm probably gonna put him next, so I'll leave that up to you. um,
I'll
if you
get
want to go,
Ahmad
if
in
you want to,
the
if you, if okay,
I'll get
yeah,
him in
let's
the
go.
top 10. I'll get him in the
Little,
top
little
10.
little little Middle Eastern flavor in
Yeah.
that top 10, just a taste. So that means I gotta go CJ number 11, right?
No. Sorry, CJ.
This
The
is
boomer of the tournament.
this is brutal.
This is so hard. We're still missing. Like we don't have
We have
Garrett
no one
on
from
there. No
G2.
one from G2.
We don't have
We don't have
Garrett.
AJ or Sypical in there. No one from Space Station. Mark's still not on there.
We don't have Garrett. We have no one from G2.
This is so brutal.
I feel like it's either got to be Garrett, Chicago. J-Naps. So good.
JNAP slots everything.
Why? I'm on like an NA regional. I'm not even on the I was moving my mouse over Ghost.
I just have to show players at the major. It shows you everyone.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
Crap, dude. I'm freezing. It's got to be Garrett. He can't not be on.
All right.
Gotta be.
Energy, the first team to finish off, get the full roster in there. I gotta go someone from G2. Who's
Yeah.
our G2 nominations?
I got nothing.
I'm going atomic based on alphabetical order.
Okay. Atomic in parentheses G2. Okay. People I'm thinking no. Mark.
Do you want nominations? You're going Mark?
Gotta be Mark.
Mark. Oh, what is this spelling? Mark by 9. Whoops. I can't type. All right. I'm doing it.
Yep.
I'm doing it.
Go ahead. Go.
Bimo.
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 Marshawn. All right. Number 15, we had NRG be the first team to fill out the top 3, and I guess I also did BDS. I was trying to do a bit. Number 15, Boston Scott. At what point do we got to get really wild? Because I really want to give props to Jan from Furia. I really want to give props to Fever from Renegades. There's still Joyo. There's still Daniel.
AJ.
AJ. I love Wave.
I love Wave too. I don't know if we only have 6 spots left.
Can we just stop now and just give everyone a slot? We love everyone. Musty.
It's actually a
Okay.
surprisingly few number of subs on these rosters.
Give me a few players that you were thinking about.
Oh god. Let's see. Someone else from G2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe AJ, Daniel, Khaled.
I'm hesitating from Khaled because he missed the first LAN.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who popped at the first LAN. I'm
But
going
we're
Jan.
not even really looking at that many people who went to the first
Yeah,
LAN.
yeah, I'm going Jan. Jan XNZ. Youngs.
Yonks, man. It's telling me I spelled it wrong. I did.
Can you imagine doing this with not just the people at LAN?
It would be very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very hard. I'm going. I had like a thought, and I was like, "Is that the right thought?" Second guessing everything.
It was the right thought.
All right. You have 2 seconds to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
Jane after Chicago. You took too long.
I can't. I
You
can't.
took too
I
long.
can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
I'm going
J Naps.
naps. I'm going
J
naps.
Naps. Okay. J Naps. Captain Canada.
I'm going naps. The dude slots everything.
Dude slots everything. Been so good for so long.
Ah,
Canada's Garrett.
all right, we have 4 spots left.
Mm-hmm.
The people I would like to get on this list, we need
Yep.
someone from Space Station.
Daniel.
Daniel. I think AJ deserves to be on here.
Mm-hmm.
We could slot in Fever.
Mm-hmm. I say we save. I mean,
And then we could get, a second player from the number 1 overall seed in there.
but I want to put Khaled in as a sleeper.
If we go to 25.
Alright.
Let's just rank all 48.
Just rank all 40. 17. I think you're right. I want to give it to Daniel. He was one of the best debuts in Rocket League we've ever seen. And just lived up to every single ounce of the hype.
I
There's no shot I can stop at 20. There's just no shot.
I'm going AJ. I'm going AJ 18.
Oh my god. 2 more?
This is your last opportunity to
No.
get someone in.
Catalysm, Fever, Khaled. The great one. Oh, we already have a Mina player. We have no one from OCE.
We do not.
Fever's the best player from OCU at this tournament.
Is he the best OC player overall, though?
No.
Because I'm a huge Amphis fan.
I am also a huge Amphis fan. I want to give some OCE love. Head hanging low Fever. Sad Khaled noises. Just do it.
So we have one top 5 team, or one major region team that doesn't have a representative.
Who?
EG. We
Mm,
also have, but I think Joyo is better than Catalysm.
I think it's very, very, very tight.
But based on performance, we have one player who's on the number 1 team at the tournament. And
I
they have a
mean, just
similar
do it. I see where your heart's at. Just do it.
Tommy. No, I'm kidding. We don't have Chicago on here either. What's our EU to NA ratio? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only have 7 EU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 NA. Yeah, I gotta go EU. I'm going Joyo.
Do it.
I did it.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
I hate it. We're never doing this again.
I hate our list. I hate every part of it. I hate every player on here.
I'm okay with number 1. Oops.
Even number 1, I don't feel good about anymore. It should be Fever.
Should be Olpix.
It should be Banana Head.
Should be AXB on the coach spot.
Do we want to read our list out to the people?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're becoming a man.
Number one. Oh, should we compare it? I guess that was 20. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I said should we compare it to the Octane list, but that was the entirety of 2021, which includes like all of
Yeah.
Vitality.
Yeah.
Monkey Moon, Justin, Jorius, First Killer, which is not bolded correctly. Seiko, Extra, Squishy Muffins, Vatira, Apparently Jack, Ahmad, Garrett G, Atomic, with parentheses just representative of G2 in here. Mark by 8, Beast Mode, Jan, Jnaps, Daniel, AJ, Fever, and Joyo.
I
With
don't
a
even know if I
lot
want
of
to,
honorable mentions.
and it's not even inclusive.
Hold on, I have a clarification to make. In your honorable mentions, you have Scrub written down.
Hmm.
I assume you're talking about Scrub of the Kansas City Pioneers.
Yeah. Scrubbed killer.
They're also in the same group, and I'm very excited. I really need Scrub Killer to demo Scrub.
Yeah, we've been robbed of the atomic clash for too long, and the scrubs of the world have decided to take it in.
What we needed a group with G2, Luminosity, and is it Era
Yeah, era.
for Astronomic,
Astronomic atomic
and get Liquid in there.
for a
Acronic.
chronic. Have a 5-team group wherever Exotic is playing now.
Oh god.
Leiko Key.
That's still a team.
I don't know. No, it's not.
Ooh, that was a team a very long time ago.
Honorable mentions, though, just some people I wrote down randomly and I don't feel good about. Chicago, Calm,
I feel
Catalysm, Relating Wave, Scrubbed Killa, Typical, Arsenal. Um, Metza, Rizex, Ivan, CJ, Fever, Super Lucky, Banana Head, Rise,
Turk,
Ow,
Khaled,
Reddles, Turk, Khaled, Torment,
Calm.
Ah,
Oh, you wrote down Calm.
Kaio, Yan, Sadness,
Musty,
Night, Math, Musty,
CJ,
Old Pix,
Tommy,
Sizz, Burn, Maikin,
Banana Head, Super
Mitz,
Lucky, Scrub,
Roldiz.
Scrub Killer, Sadness, Math, Night, Kaio Card,
Everyone's so good, man.
Fireburner, Saphew,
Burner,
Chrome,
Turbo, Panda, K-Dop,
K-Dop.
Astral, Carmine.
I can't tweet out this list in good faith.
Turtle. No, this list must burn, but also be tweeted out.
Do I have
It's
to make a
atrocious.
graphic for this list?
It's atrocious.
Oh, I mean, there's so many things wrong with it,
Yeah.
but I don't know how you make a better list.
No.
Like if I'm like I hate the list, but if I'm like here's how I would make it better, I don't have an answer.
No, it's just there's too many like
This would be much
equivalents.
better as a tier list. We should have done
I
a tier list
We should have done a tier list. Next
next
time we'll do
time.
a tier list.
Next time we're doing a tier list.
Oh, that would be so much better.
So much better.
I'd be so happy. I can even see it now.
I can see it too.
It's
I'm
great.
grouping our list into tiers in my head.
And I'm so happy. And then we could have done everyone.
We could have. Let's do it right now.
All right.
Add an Oh.
Delete it all. Delete it all. Start from scratch.
I promise to the people in the off season we're doing full world players tier list top 50 50 players tier list.
This is a promise,
Promise to the people
which is
on
a lot.
stream.
Which is a lot considering last off season we didn't make a single episode.
I think we made a major review and then a preview. There's like 2 weeks off in between.
All right. Yeah, it won't be an episode. It'll be a stream
Yes,
live to the people, to the world.
to the world.
It's going to be on the Rocket League channel.
We're starting it right after. We're somehow going to change our schedule so we're available right when First Touch ends, so that Rocket League hosts us.
No, it's going to be right when the major ends.
Oh.
they're gonna pass it off to us.
Oh my gosh.
That's the kind of clout you get when you're a top 4 Rocket League podcast.
Oh my word. All right. Well, this was horrendous. Thanks everyone for listening. Goodbye.
Peace.
Oh, before stay tuned for TCBI 2
Yes. And the top
and
50 tier list.
that's happening after the major. Not directly after the major, just sometime
Correct.
after the
Thank you
major.
for clarifying.
Just in the time frame of after the major to the start of the spring split.
Anything else?
Yeah. Next week we're doing global power rankings. Stay tuned. And then week after we're doing full major predictions. If you have anything else to add to that, let us know.
Peace.